In this video, I'm going to show you some very simple but really powerful timeline tool tips. And we're going to just review several of these tools here that are very, very important. The first one is the select tool, which you've already seen used. The next one is the track select forward tool, which just selects all the tracks to the right. The ripple edit we're going to demonstrate tonight to show you how this actually works. And then the razor tool for just cutting and trimming tracks, and it's very, very effective for shortening things that you want. So what I have here is a video that I'm trying to create, about a 2 to 3 minute video of the 5-star food event, and what I have about is 50 some clips here. They have been trimmed, each one, and when I put it in here and I start playing it, I'm going to actually turn on the sound of the room here. You can see it's very distracting, and you can come almost anywhere in the clip. And you can just see that you're definitely probably not going to want to utilize that. So right off the bat, I added a music track here. So I can mute the regular track, and I can play the music track. So you see it's very effective for listening and to make it a more professional production here. And what I want to show you is how to make use of all of these different tools here to tighten up your clips. Because right now the edit ended up to be almost 5 minutes long. So I'm trying to kind of trim it about the length of my music, which is approximately 3 minutes here. So let's get started. Let's go ahead. And I want to expand these so we can see them a little bit better. And basically, if you just tighten this up here, you can stretch your clips. You can just visually see them a little bit better here. And now with the music muted, I can play it, and I can see that I could definitely kind of cut in a little bit sooner on this one, so I can trim the front. And then same with the back here. As the clip is playing, you can see it gets to about here, and it's really just kind of, a lot of the same. So let's go ahead and let's just start here and start trimming the clip. So I'd say right about there would probably be better than where I have it. So initially, if you've used the regular select tool, you would go here and drag it in. So now with our gap, basically what we would do is just double click it, hit delete. Now you could do that, but when I have 55 clips, that's going to take quite some time to do that. So let me just show you how going to the ripple edit tool will really help you here. So if you grab the ripple edit tool, as you come in closer to the track, watch how as I get to the end of the track, it changes just to the regular edit tool. And now watch, as I click and drag and let go, it actually tightens up the gap. And so you don't have to go through the process of double clicking there. So as you work on it, it really does make it considerably more effective. Now you may want to go back to the select tool to maybe trim the beginning of it. So let's just see if we need to do that. Right now it looks like we could probably start right about here instead of what we had. So this one we might have to go ahead and trim it, and then this one we'll double click. That one we definitely need to do it because at the beginning of the track it behaves just slightly differently. So now let's go ahead, let's start with our next clip, and let's take a look at how long that one is. So it looks like it's going to be a long pan, and we probably don't really need to start quite at the very beginning, and same with the end here. We could probably tighten this up. Instead of ending right here, looks like just as we come down here, that would be sufficient right there. So once again, let's grab that, grab the end, comes in really nicely, and let's go to the beginning, and let's say we could start right about here instead of where we were. So now watch, grab that, and it tightens up the gap here. So as you start going through your clips, you can start making some very quick changes here. So let's take a look at this one here. Looks like we've got a nice simple clip going in here to a kind of long rolling shot. That one, it looks like we could tighten up the very end here. I'd say it'd probably end right about here. So once again, I can just grab my ripple tool, grab here, tightens it up real quickly. Next one I think is a little bit quicker. This one here looks like kind of a long shot. Now here's where I'm going to show you the razor cutter. So you can see this is kind of a long pan, and what's interesting is I do want the beginning and I do want the end. but I really don't want anything right here in the middle. So let's say we come in here and let's just widen this up so we can kind of see a little bit more of that particular clip. There we go. So let's just straighten that out here. So it looks like as we're playing this, come through to about here, and I don't need from here on to about here. So here's where the razor cut comes in. Grab the razor tool, click, and then now we play it to where we think we want to come back in again. So just as the gentleman leaves, right about to here, and I'm going to use the razor cutter again. And so now here's where you're going to double click, hit delete, double click, and tightens it up. So now watch. Basically bring our clip back. So let's start right here again. There we go. So it looks like it's a hard cut, but basically when you put a transition between them, now watch the difference. And it's that simple. So I just wanted to introduce you to the Ripple Edit tool and the razor cutter to help you work with this. And like you said, I've got 55 tracks to kind of trim, so it's going to be a little bit of time here if you would just do it with the selection tool and kind of just double clicking and removing sections. You're going to find that the Ripple tool will be very, very helpful.